The 2025 Tony Awards are going to be a night to remember. We'll recap all the winners and performances from the show right here. Stick around. The 74th Annual Tony Awards were held in New York City on June 10, 2024. The ceremony was hosted by Ariana DeBose at the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden for the second year in a row. The biggest winner of the night was Kimberly Akimbo, which won 5 awards, including Best Musical. Let's take a look at all the winners and some of the performances from the show right now. Best Play went to Fat Ham. This is the jukebox musical that was the surprise of the season, winning 14 Drama Desk Awards, including one for me as Best Actor in a Musical. It also won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama earlier this year. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. It's playing at the American Airlines Theater. Best Musical was Kimberly Akimbo, which won the most awards of the night. There was a great acceptance speech. Best Revival of a Play went to A Doll's House. This was the Roundabout production starring Jessica Chastain. That was the big one that everyone thought was going to win Best Play. So maybe next year, Jessica. Best Revival of a Musical was Cabaret, the Sam Mendes production. Best Actor in a Leading Role in a Play went to David Drake for his performance in the title role of Fat Ham. David also won the Drama Desk Award earlier this year, and he was wonderful in the role. Best Actress in a Leading Role in a Play went to Jessica Hecht for her performance as Martha in A Doll's House. She lost out on the Drama Desk Award to Audra McDonald, who was also in that production, but they must have liked her a little bit better for the Tony. Best Actor in a Leading Role in a Musical went to J. Harrison Ghee for their performance as Emmett Forrest in Shucked, and Best Actress in a Leading Role in a Musical went to Victoria Clark for Kimberly Akimbo. Victoria also won the Drama Desk Award for this role. Both Victoria and J. Harrison Ghee were first-time nominees and winners. Best Featured Actor in a Play went to Michael Cyril Creighton for his performance as Pa in Fat Ham. He was amazing. Best Featured Actress in a Play went to Miriam Silverman for her performance as Morticia in A Doll's House. Best Featured Actor in a Musical went to Alex Newell as Usher in Shucked. And Best Featured Actress in a Musical went to Bonnie Milligan for Kimberly Akimbo. She was amazing in the role. The Lifetime Achievement Award was given to the iconic Cheetah Rivera, who was recently seen on Broadway in the revival of West Side Story. The award was presented to her by Andrew Lloyd Webber, and some very nice things were said about her. I saw her in a production of The Rink last year, and even though she uses a cane, she still has it. I'm so glad they gave her this honor. There were 3 awards given out during the televised portion of the show, and then 13 awards given out during the live stream prior to the show. One of the highlights of the live stream was seeing the cast of Kinky Boots, including Stark Sands, Billy Porter, and the one and only Cyndi Lauper. They performed Raise Your Voice, and it was amazing. There were also performances from some of the other nominated shows, including Fat Ham, A Doll's House, Kimberly Akimbo, Cabaret, Paradise Square, New York, and Shucked. There was no opening number this year, but there was a nice reprise of the theme from the 75th anniversary. That was a very nice touch. One thing I noticed was how many empty seats there were on the set. There were several sections with almost no audience members. I wonder if they had overestimated the attendance, or if all the free shows on the day of the Tonys took away from the audience. I know I didn't get to see any of them because I was busy working. I was disappointed that they didn't show more of the acceptance speeches. Several people got up there and thanked their families and their teams, but we didn't get to hear many of them, and when the camera came back to the host, she would just introduce the next award instead of letting them finish their speeches. I think it would have been nice if we could have heard more of what they had to say. Overall, it was a nice ceremony, and I'm glad the Tonys are back to being hosted by someone who can actually sing. How about you? What did you think of the show and the winners? Let me know your thoughts. I'll be back next week with an update on everything going on in New York theater. Until then, keep washing your hands.